So I decided I wanted to create an R2D2, a fully functioning one, so I thought I'd take you guys along for the journey. In this video, which is part 1, we'll start with the body. Naturally, I started by trying to steal some guy's model on Thingiverse. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but so I ended up creating my own instead. I modeled it so that I could fit an ultrasonic sensor in the front of him so that he can drive autonomously. I also cut out some holes where the legs are gonna go. I added some notches in there. Not quite sure if this is gonna work yet, but I guess we'll find out eventually. And added an area in the body where I could pop an Arduino and motor control shield. I'd like to control it wirelessly, so I'm gonna add an ESP8266, and there needs to be some space for a breadboard because I ain't gonna design no PCB. Cut out these two holes at the top of the body that will put a beam across, which will act as a servo mount so that the head can turn. So with the blended design out of the way, time for 3D printing and post-processing. Insert cool 3D printed time-lapse here. Now in the past couple of weeks, I've done a fair amount of research on post-processing, and if my learnings have taught me anything, it's that I will be doing a lot of sanding and priming and sanding and priming. Yeah, you get the point. The thing about this step is you could do it 100 times and it still might not be good enough. So I figured for my first attempt, I'm just gonna leave it at this, which was 4 rounds of priming and sanding at 120 grit, 340 grit, 600 grit, and 1000 grit. At the 600 and 1000 grit levels, I wet sanded. And then after leaving it to dry for a while, I sprayed on 2 coats of white satin spray paint. Now the next step I just winged. I got some painter's tape and then covered up all the parts that needed to be painted, cut them out with one of these cool little knives, and peeled it off, and then sprayed some blue metallic spray paint on. And after all of that, this is where we are right now. Oh yeah, I also made sure that we could fit the ultrasonic sensor in there, and that the battery fits, the Arduino fits, the motor control shield fits, and that the breadboard fits. I'm pretty happy with the result, I think, so I'll get cracking on the legs and make a video for you guys soon. Catch you next time.